A leader knows when to lead and when to bow out. It is on this note that I welcome you on the program Feedback on NTA Parliament. Feedback is a program where we seek views, opinions on the streets about our legislators. And today's episode we will be dwelling into the key issues shaping in the future of policing and the Commission's role in fostering accountability and transparency. We will be back after this timeout, and my name is Joy.
My name is Victor Chukwemele Obuzo. I represent the good people of Ahoda West, Oba Egbema, Ondoni Federal Constituency. I'm from Rivers State. Watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament, channel 370 on DSTV.
Glad to have you back on NTA Parliament as we hit the ground running with the first feature from Policy in Review to our legislative change navigates the intricate balance between the law and the public interest. Let's watch this feature. In a nation shaped by the men and women who uphold justice, there exists a pivotal force working tirelessly behind the scene.
So we need a brand new Nigerian police that can work to guarantee the security of people, properties, and other things, among others, other security agencies. So we actually give our weight behind a brand new police that will help Nigeria, to get those integrity, prestige they had in early 80s. Because in our time, if you hear police is coming, you'll be running to hide. But these days, you see, and the institution too should be strengthened. Their remuneration should be in such a way that they will have that kind of what they call dignity of labor.
The House Committee on Police Affairs is a crucial force driving for a positive change in our nation's pursuit of justice.
A lot of experienced people in the parliament who maybe some of them are retired police, some of them are from the services of security intelligence, some of them are from the army. If the executive will cooperate with the National Assembly, give them the necessary support, at least I believe the National Assembly will do the right things to reform the Nigerian police force to be equal to the tax.
Our journey begins here, where decisions that impact law enforcement across the nations are made.
Always watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament so that you'll be able to get the feedback of the activities of those saddled with the responsibility of governance.
The goal is to enable that the law enforcement serves and protects with interest. It's about fostering trust and accountability and the shared commitment to justice.
This is Vicky from China. Watch the program Feedback on NTA Parliament.
Community engagement is paramount. We need to hear the voices of the people on the streets.
A lot of things that the National Assembly need to do, especially to look at the Act, to do some necessary changes, to do some necessary amendment that we can be able to encounter any challenges, especially boosting the morale of Nigerian policemen, especially what Nigerian Police Trust Fund is doing right now. National Assembly need to give them a lot of funding, especially when they come to the Appropriation Act, to provide them a lot of money that we can be able to meet up the challenges, especially boost the morale of Nigerian policemen. At least, let's say, the first recruitment, just a constable, should be paid like 100,000 naira.
It is long overdue. These things should be timely. If it is 5 years, 10 years, because as time goes on, a lot of things change. So what we have today, it's outdated, it's obsolete. So the reforming of that act will go a long way in revitalizing the system and making them operate optimally. So I think it is something you cannot speak too much about.
I think Nigerian police should reduce the rate of collecting bribery and to know when to harass people, because as you can see, the way police are treating humans nowadays, that's very, very unethical. So I think they should adjust that too.
The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with the renewed hope agenda, has said that everything will work well. I believe that one area, which is security, he has promised to work on. We have to start with the police. Give them more men, give them money, give them operational vehicles, infrastructure that they can work with. Because when you tell a man to go and do any work, you have to give him the tools. But we are seeing in the police that sometimes you even see that they have rickety pickups, and you begin to think, if they want to really pursue or to intercept criminals, how will they use those type of vehicles to perform? So there's a lot of times you can see in the southeast, a lot of times bandits attack them, unknown gunmen attack them and kill their men, also because sometimes they may not have the capacity to retaliate. So I think the chairman of Police Affairs Committee in the House and the National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, and even the new government, they should prioritize the welfare of the police, provide infrastructure for them, provide cars for them, and let them do their work. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with the renewed hope agenda, has said that everything will work well. I believe that one area, which is security, he has promised to work on. We have to start with the police. Give them more men, give them money, give them operational vehicles, infrastructure that they can work with. Because when you tell a man to go and do any work, you have to give him the tools.
So my opinion about Nigerian police is that they are doing their work, but based on lack of fund. So the government needs to look into the fund so that they'll fund them well so that they'll do their job according to. Yes.
They should improve more securities. There should be securities within places that is unreachable. Yes, like some alleys that have no street lights and the rest. Yes.
A better performance. We're hoping that maybe as the new administration has come on board, because an IG has been recently appointed, so we believe there should be reforms in the police in the police service generally. We're expecting there should be reforms because there has been so many complaints. It was the outrageous performance of police that led to the NSAS protest in 2020. So we are hoping that they should be reformed. Of course, they should be able to live up to expectations as is expected.
In a nation striving for order and security, a key figure plays the vital role in shaping the policies that govern the law enforcement. Join us as we dwell into the life and the responsibility of the Chairman Committee on Police Affairs Commission.
Honorable Maki Abubakar Yeleman. He was born on the 22nd May 1969. He is from Jigawa State and member representing Malamadori, Kaugama constituency in Jigawa State. In the 9th Assembly, these were the bills he sponsored. Bill seeking to amend the oath of elected office holders. Bill seeking to amend the penal and criminal code with respect to suicide. Bill seeking to establish the Electoral Criminal Court. He is a second-timer in the National Assembly. He is presently the Chairman Committee on Police Affairs in the 10th National Assembly.
This is my second time being in National Assembly. The non-assembly is my first time, where I become the deputy chairman of Defense Committee leadership of Right Honorable Baba Jimmy Benson, member representing Ikorodu, and now in the 10th Assembly, Right Honorable Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, mandated me to chair and lead the Committee on Police Affairs. A security committee is a security committee.
As the nation eagerly awaits the implementation of these proposed reforms, the Chairman Committee on Police Affairs stands at the forefront of the pivotal moment in the quest for a safer and more secured Nigeria.
Well, you see, people from outside, they look police having misconduct. Well, when I came to start interacting with them, more especially under the leadership of the current Inspector General, who has recently been confirmed, people may vividly see and observe that there are a lot of changes. And I think with our coming on board, with my counterpart in the Senate, who is also my mentor from Jigawa State, he's chairing the Committee on Police Affairs. When we put it together, all that thinking and mentality of people on police will try and say that we abolish it.
The Commission is faced with the perpetual challenge of balancing the need to reform and maintain the morale of the police force and to gain the public's confidence.
Not really. And in fact, and I will say no. Why I said so, even myself, there was a time I'm going home in the night. At one junction, police officer stopped me. I stopped. I on my inner light. The person who approached me is totally drunk and with a gun on his shoulder. After we are done, I packed. I asked of the superior officer there. The senior officer came. We are trying to argue. I tried to avoid it because he's totally drunk and there's a gun in his hand. I moved one side. I called one DIG and explained to him and told him my location. Before you know it, he communicated. The DPO within that area came and met me at this point of scenario. When he met me, I explained to him and I asked him to perceive the odor coming out from that officer and his gun on his shoulder. There and then, they disarm him. They take him away from that duty and move away with him. So you can see, it's part of what I said earlier. We are going to collaborate because the current IG is a no-nonsense tolerant if it comes to the job.
Feedback on NTA Parliament.
Police, they see us like we are one, and they get information from us. They are not supernatural human beings. They are human beings like us. They are part of us. It is part of us that move and choose that career, and we need to support them. Particularly where you're talking about, we as the Parliament, and also under my leadership on police affairs, we make sure that this 2024 budget, we make sure there is enough fund to encourage police affairs in terms of arms, in terms of trains the trainee, in terms of the senior officers also to even go out abroad to learn more. Because you see, we must intensify our internal security. It's the responsibility of police. They are the first stakeholders on that. So I know in the past, they are not being recognized financially. But God willing, with the cooperation of the IG and with the Parliament, we will make sure that we encourage the police and they will change beyond people's expectation, God willing.
In the world where law and order are paramount, there exists a critical institution tasked with overseeing the guardians of justice.
The changes are simple because the Constitution, Section 88, 89 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has amended. give us the power. We appropriate, we oversight. So whenever we appropriate funds to them, we'll make sure that we follow that fund to confirm that they've been used, utilized, the way how they're supposed to be utilized. Yes, that's our mission. My plea to people who are watching us to assist us with prayers. May Almighty Allah guide us to lead this committee the way how Nigerians will be happy with it. I will never forget the cooperation, the prayers that they have been giving me up to this level. And I pray may Almighty Allah guide me to continue lead me in the right way, that I will make them happy and I will be proud, not only to my constituents, to my state and Nigeria in general.
Much feedback on NTA Parliament. That is what I tell Nigerians.
The Chairman Committee on Police Affairs has exemplified the critical role that the legislative oversight plays in shaping the landscape of law enforcement. It is a tireless advocate for accountability and justice. We've come to the end of today's episode on feedback. As I would always say, go out there, contribute your own little quarter, be a good and humble Nigerian. My name is Joy. See you next week.